Hello, Reed Frazier here. It's October 26th, and we just started strip tilling this year. And I've been getting a lot of questions about strip till, and so I decided to make a video and hopefully answer some of those questions. And when we get to the end here, I'll do most of the talking. But there's the strips that we're making. See, it's a really windy day today, so when I go outside, you're not going to be able to hear anything except the wind. But we have a Pluribus strip till unit on a more built bar with a 9-ton high output Montag cart. So what does high output mean? Usually Montag carts come with 2-inch hose. And we have a high output cart which comes with 2.5-inch hose. It allows us, if we wanted to, we could put on like 500 pounds of fertilizer at 7 miles an hour. That's what we're doing right now, is putting on fertilizer. You can see right here on the map what's going on. We're getting to the end of the field here, so I'm just going to push this button. Our John Deere, we got the iTech feature, which it's really cool. You can just push a button and it memorizes a sequence. So I think it's about strip till. Instead of tilling up the whole field in strip till, what you do is you just till up a strip, and that's where you put your fertilizer in. And then in the spring you come back and you plant in that black strip. So Pluribus has no knife. There's a lot of strip till units out there that have knives. The majority have knives, and the Pluribus is not, which we like. If you have a knife, you need a lot more horsepower to pull your units. So the Pluribus here, it takes 4 inches of dirt and it kind of throws it up in the air, and while that's happening, it's shooting the fertilizer in with the soil, so that the fertilizer is in the strip. And the strip itself is the throw clearance on the wavy coulters is probably about 4 inches, but as you can see, the strips, they usually work out to be about 6 inches wide or so. And we also have pneumatic down pressure on our row units, and that's right here. So what we can do, I always put more down pressure on the end rows because we drive there a lot. The end rows can get kind of hard, so what we do is you flip a switch here, and then we have a compressor on the back right there, and that puts air pressure into the airbags on the row units, so you can create down pressure. So as you can see, slowly but surely that needle is rising. And then when you want to snap, you just flip the switch. Now when you want to take off the air, we just turn this valve right here, and that releases the air. So we have an Incommand that we use. It's a new monitor from Ag Leader. So we got a couple different screens here. You can go here. You can also just do a single screen. Right down here is going to be the speed of which your auger is running at in your Montag cart back there. And then we use this master switch to turn the fertilizer on and off. So which I like, because if it's, for some reason, if it's too wet to strip till, you can have the implement up and have the switch on, and you can still put your fertilizer on the ground. So before I go back and show you the strip till units, I'll just talk about the strip till units because you're not going to hear me when I'm outside. So one other thing too, we have a scale on our Montag cart. So you can see we got about 1,600 pounds of fertilizer still left in the cart. So the scale is very nice, very cool to use. So in the front of the row unit, there's going to be a fluted coulter, and that fluted coulter does a good job of getting ground penetration and breaking up trash. And then behind that are going to be row cleaners, and they clear away all the debris, all the trash that's in the field. And behind those is going to be 2 wavy coulters, and those 2 wavy coulters, they do the majority of the work. So one's an 18-inch coulter, one's a 16-inch coulter, and these are the 2 wavy coulters. They're offset a little bit, and they're the 2 coulters that throw up the dirt. And then you have 2 wheels on the back of the row unit, and they're kind of finishing wheels. They finish off the strip. They also serve as the gauge wheels on this Dawn Pluribus. Now, Dawn came out with the new Dawn Pluribus, where those finishing wheels actuate. You can adjust the depth with the wavy coulters. So I'll go back and show you the row units, and we'll come back in the tractor. So you can see right here, here's the fluted coulter, here's the row cleaners right here. These are the finishing wheels. They also serve as the gauge wheels by adjusting right here in this hole. And then those are the fluted, the wavy coulters. And here's how wide your strip is going to be right here. This is how wide your strip is. But it throws up dirt, making the strip a little bit wider, and they do a good job. So here's your airbag right here. Here's the Montag cart. So we'll head back inside. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get started here again, and then we'll end this video. Need to get turned around. So we get lined up. All we're going to do is just push this button right here, and it goes down by its own. It shifts, it does everything, and we're off. Now, how fast to drive? I've been driving pretty consistently, about 7 miles an hour, and 7 miles an hour seems to work good. You can drive about any speed you want. 5 miles an hour might be a little slow for this application. Typically, the faster you drive, the better the better strips that it makes. The reason I say ridges is we've done ridge till for about the last 30 or 40 years, and we're switching to strip till right now. As you can see, we have a prescription on our monitor as well, and what that does is allows us to variable rate our fertilizer. We've got a hill over here. It's not very good, so we dropped the rate of fertilizer way down, and it's pretty good down here. So that's why we have a prescription, so the rate can change. It changes by itself as we go through the field. So I think that's about wraps it up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, enjoy strip tilling.